think he is trying to signal that he sees these issues as all interconnected, that you don't separate the Middle East from how you deal with Iran, with how you deal with the Muslim world in general. And I think the only thing on his plate right now to even hope for any progress is to begin to signal all the parties that the United States is determined to figure out some way to help them get to where they are not now. I mean, the fundamental fact for the last 60 years, we've talked about this, is that there have been more peace plans on the table than we can count. And all of them ultimately run aground on the fundamental fact that you've got two people who believe they are providentially entitled to the same piece of land. And that makes budget deals and tax deals look like walks in the park, Katie.
And we should mention, Jeff, that apparently President Obama and the Obama administration, they are considering George Mitchell. He's a front runner for the job, but it is not yet a done deal. So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves and put George Mitchell in a job that he might not want or may not have at this point in time. Following the situation.
To how the inaugural parade is making its way past the White House, and among those participating are 14 boys from a home for troubled kids in New Jersey.
New Jersey reporter Brian Thompson got up very early this morning to meet their bus on its journey to Washington.
You got your blanket. You got your long johns. Your long johns going now.
Bleary-eyed, shortly before 3 a.m., the Bonnie Brae Marching Drum Corps, all 14 members at this residential treatment home for boys in Bernards Township, made ready for the day of their lives. The rhythm was there, even if the drums were still being loaded into the belly of this bus. And then it was time to roll.
I'm very nervous. I'm scared I'm going to drop my stick or something.
Down the byways and highways of New Jersey, on to history.
I have a chance to tell my grandkids I went to Obama's inauguration. We're making history today.
And it means a lot to me that I'll be able to see the first black president.
What more could we ask for? First black president.
On this long bus ride that so many others were taking from all over the nation, there was a sense these kids are fully aware of this moment.
I would have never thought that it could happen because of people still being racist and stuff, but it's a good thing.
Barack Obama wrote a book called The Audacity of Hope. The idea that 14 kids from troubled backgrounds could march in an inaugural parade suggested Obama could add another chapter to that book. And ready to march they were. Weeks of practice, donations of drums and uniforms and so much more, so that these kids, with so little hope at home, could march in the biggest parade in the nation. Brian Thompson, News 4 New York.
We'll be thinking about this day for quite some time.